Okay, students, we are on Easy Street, page 45 in your book. Okay, this is a piece I wrote some years ago, and we use this in the Solo and Ensemble Festival if you want to participate in it. You don't have to, that's a voluntary event. But I always encourage my students to do it because I think it's really good. It gets you trained to practice and work on these things, and it's not that hard. Okay, and if you're in the Solo and Ensemble Festival, you get a certificate and a ribbon automatically, and you can win trophies and medals. So, um, what I'm going to do here is a little bit different. I'm not going to go through the whole song and do a call and response. I'm going to play the first 8 measures, okay, so that you get just a feeling of how the song goes. And then you can play it back and stop the video and go back to the beginning and try it again and listen to it again until you get it in your head. A lot of times when you get it in your head, then it's easier to play. I mean, if I said play hot cross buns, you already kind of hear it in your head. You already kind of know it, right? Or Mary Had a Little Lamb, because you've heard it so many times when you're younger. Okay, same idea here. So I'm going to play this, but I'm going to show you kind of how to isolate and fix things and prepare for something like the Solo and Ensemble Festival, okay? So I'm going to start here from the beginning and play the first 8 measures, okay? I'm not going to go too fast. Here's my tempo. 1, and you can, if it helps, touch the notes with your fingers. I like you guys doing that. Ready? 1, 2, 3, me. And then it continues on, and almost as the measure 9 through 16 is almost the same as what we just did, except for one measure. So I want to just point out one measure. If you can find measure 8, so look there, count where measure 8. Measure 7. Measure 7. Okay, where either you have a natural sign or a sharp sign. Flutes and trombones would have a natural E, saxophones a C sharp, clarinets and trumpets as an F sharp. Okay, do you see where that measure is? That's one measure I would sit there and really go over several times. I would circle with a pencil, and when I do my practicing, I would really work on that to make sure I get it. And it sounds like this. 3, 4. The way you might want to practice that to really make sure you get it is play the up to the sharp or the flat, the natural note, and stop like this. Make sure you get that note and then move on. And then if you finally get it several times in a row very consistently, then add the next note, which jumps down and then jumps back up, and do the whole phrase. Now that's enough information I give you. You need to go do the work, practice that, listen to it again, and then you work up the song, okay? I am going to jump to measure 16, and on your music, I wrote out staccato, play short. Do you see that measure? Measure 16, look for it. And it sounds like this. If I didn't have those staccato notes, it would just sound like this. But I went. If you were in the solo festival and they heard you play the articulations like that, they would go, this student has worked on it and they understand it. You would get a good score. Okay, so that's executing those things. I'll lead into the measure before it, and that's a good way to practice too. Fix what you need to work on, fix it, and then go one measure back and lead into it. So I'm going to go one measure before it and lead into it. Now we are at Mezzo Forte, medium loud. You want that last part to be dut, 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 and go right into 17 soft. And if the judges, adjudicators, hear you do that, they're going to be impressed if you want to catch their attention. So I'm going to go play the staccato measure 16, and I'm going to keep going. And here's how you want to get it. Just like that. Okay. When you see those slurs, some of my students go faster. It's not, you keep the same tempo when you play along, you just slur those notes. Do, da. Okay, all right, okay. I'm going to jump to measure. So that's a spot to, that's called a transition, going from one part of a song to another. And if you make that transition from mezzo forte to piano and you get the judge's attention, they're going to give you a high mark or a good mark on the dynamics. Here is the next four measures, 21. But I'm going to fix that. I played that too loud. Okay? Wasn't totally paying attention, and we all do this. I'm going to go back and fix that. It's still piano there. It's still soft. And that line that goes and starts to open up, that's called a crescendo. So I want to get soft enough so I have enough so I can get loud. I was a bit too loud there, so I'm going to fix that. Measure 21. 1, 2, listen to 21. There you go. Look at the rest of the song. You'll notice it's almost the same as the beginning, just like we've talked about, right? Except for the last measure. And the last measure goes, okay? So measure 29 to the end goes like this. I would suggest listening to this video a couple times so it sinks in, you get the idea. You can do this. I have the utmost confidence in all my students. They can achieve so many things. And it's a matter of just practicing, okay? So all these videos I've shown you hopefully will help you in that quest to be a better musician. And all it takes is just a little bit of effort. You know how to do this. You've done it in other things. You do it in your math, your schoolwork. You do it on the soccer field. You do it in basketball. You learn how to do it. I played basketball all through my younger years and sat there and did 15, 20 free throws at practice to make sure I could get it every day. It's the same thing with the instrument. And the more you do it, the easier it gets and the more fun it gets. Okay? And you're at that point right now that if you're watching these videos, you've already done a lot of hard work. It starts to pay off, and I think you get pretty excited about things. So keep on practicing, keep on playing, and go through any of these videos and work hard at it, and you'll get good. And we're here to help you. So when you come to class, we love to answer your questions and fix things. So if you're not sure about something, please ask, and we'll help you, and then go home and work on it. Okay, I hope this video series helped a lot. Okay, take care. Bye.